Hi, my name is Jeanne. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, let's get ready for a chair yoga session. So, grab a chair, surprise, surprise. We'll also may need some blocks for the posture. One tennis ball and one book. Hardcover is a bit better. So, we're going to talk a bit about the posture today on the chair. But to start, I would like to rub a ball underneath the sole of your feet. So if you don't have a tennis ball, you can grab anything that is round. Even can be an orange that you're ready to get the juice from. An apple, if it's round enough, same. Yeah, or even you roll your socks into a bowl. Be creative. And so you're going to start by rolling forward and back like this. It's an exercise I do as well standing. It's a good way to wake up the nerve endings of your foot. And it's good for balance. It's good to wake up and to fall asleep. So it's a very ambivalent exercise. So you start forward and back like this, like long strokes. Up to you to adjust and press more or less. That is up to you. Then you're going to start playing with the toes. You see, I'm trying to, it's like I could grab the ball. It's not possible, but try to separate your toes. It's really nice exercise. Okay. And then the base of the feet, so the cushions, I call that, okay, here. Massage there by making small circles. It's not so easy to do at the same time as I'm speaking. Okay, and then you do like the outside of the foot. It's a very unusual sensation. And then the inside of the foot. That's my favorite. Like, really relaxes me and grounds me. I love this one. Okay. Last one is the heel. So you're going to make circles like this. I'm suggesting an order. That's my order because it's easy for me to remember to massage every part of my foot like this. Because this is, let's change the foot. This is the most natural one. Like whenever I start playing with the ball, I just want to go back and forth using the length of my foot. But can you feel how it's already feeling good? Okay, then you have the toes. Try to really separate the toes. And don't forget the last one. You usually forget the last one. Okay, the base of the toes, the cushions. Okay, the outside. Inside. And then the heel. So if you feel that your legs have been too tensed, try to release that tension in the leg, you know. Of course, there is a bit of tension because you are moving the leg, but you don't have to hold and stop breathing and really being too much like this. Try to use the weight of your leg to do the work and to help with the massage. Okay, now that we've done this, you can get rid of it for now. Then we're going to talk about the posture on the chair and how to improve it. Okay, so the goal is not to always sit super stiff, okay, because it's very tiring. But because it's tiring, it's a good exercise to do, okay? So my legs, well, I know you're probably sitting like this, right? Because this is the natural way. But I will ask you to sit on the edge of the chair. And you know, there is this moment where we still have the pelvis and the sitting bones on the chair. And then there is this moment where it's just outside. Okay? And this is the moment where the pelvis really tilts naturally. And it's going to be very easy for you to keep your back straight if you place your pelvis like this, really on the edge of the chair. Then, because my legs are short, I need to actually use the blocks. So my knees are above my ankles and they form a 90 degrees angle. Yes. Feet are well anchored into the floor, onto the bricks, the blocks, as depending on your morphology, what you have, how you are. No judgment, no judgment. And it's not something that you can change, so just go along with it. Now, once you're like this, can you feel that by pressing slightly into your feet, you have this, your glutes activate and you could come up, you know, it's like squeezing the pelvic floor, but also the glutes, like you have, and it brings you up. Yeah. Okay. It's very important in posture, whether we sit or we stand, to press onto your feet, both of them together, okay? Because this pressure is going to travel along the legs and it's going to give you that thing to lengthen the spine as much as you can. And because you lengthen the spine, then it's going to give you energy also into your hands. And you're going to be willing to lengthen your arms. I made a whole video on posture, and this is the adaptation on how you can do this on a chair, okay? So it's not just the arms are flabby and useless, empty, soft. No, they are active as well. Can you see that just because I activate my arms, it creates something here in the upper body, in the chest. So if you push it in the feet, it's going to connect and activate your pelvis and run along your spine upwards. Then, because you activate your arms, it's going to create that cross, right? So that's bottom to up and that's left to right, and it activates and you're willing to lengthen your spine, okay? Then, what I too often see, let me go sideways so you see even better. It's even when I rest in a resting position, I have a tendency to bring my chin forward like this. And you see for the, it's not so much the upper back, it's the neck. Because we have like bump and hold and bump and hold and bump and hold and bump. I don't know if it's clear, but the spine is not straight, okay? It's important to have this these bumps and holes, lordosis is the term, but because that's what gives the flexibility and the energy, and then we can move better, okay? But saying that, if we only go to one extreme and we don't work both extremes, we don't get the flexibility. So right now we're working on the opposite extreme, okay, to be completely straight. It's not because the knees are bent that you don't have the energy, right? Because as long as you keep pushing in your feet, you have the energy. So you lengthen the spine, you activate your arms, and then your shin comes slightly behind and up. So it's not just down, it's like it's going that side, okay? What you can do to help you feel this is that you catch the back of your hair here in the back, and you're going to lift in that direction. Can you see how this hole of the spine is being cancelled? Like it's filling up. The hole is being filled up, and the consequence of this is that the upper back, rather than being rounded, straightens by itself. And even the lower back, for people who are too arched, because we are placing the pelvis on the chair fixed like this, we have no choice but to have the lower back flat. Then, because we manipulate like this, the upper back is flat and the neck is straight. So, for the last part of this exercise, we're going to use a book. So go ahead, place that book on top of your head. Find the place where it's flat, just on top of it. I'm sure you can find it. And then once you have it, try to balance it out. Okay, we're going to stay like this a couple of minutes. Don't be stressed out, but try to keep pressing into the book without the book falling. It's going to show you that you are in the right angle and in the right direction. Okay. Once you have it, make sure that your shoulders are away from your ears, and you can activate your feet and your hands and lengthen the arms and press into the feet so you activate the whole cross. Okay? There is the top of the cross is actually the head. Okay? Try to send the energy from your feet up to the head and you press into the book. Well, it's something I say in my classes is that I gain 3 centimeters. So I don't know in inches, but yeah, in like 15 years, thanks to yoga, that's how much I gained. So it's possible, even for, with the age, you have the skeleton gets weak, like the bone structure is less dense. So you have your skeleton is shrinking. I have to say shrinking. So whenever you shrink, you get shorter, right? So with age, most people get shorter. Well, with age, because I was still quite young and healthy, I was able to actually grow a bit more. Okay? So I'm not saying you're going to grow. I don't know your situation, your age, or if you have a special diagnosis going on, but you can slow down at least that process of shrinkage in your body if you fight against it and you keep working on stretching also the muscles around the spine. You have, the vertebrae on top of each other. In between, you have some discs, right? And around this, on each side, you have some muscles. And each of them, they help to keep the spine together. Otherwise, it would just break like a Lego tower, So those muscles are important, but it's not, they don't have to be just tensed all the time. You can try to lengthen and to make them longer and grow, and you make space in your spine, and then you will move better your spine. This is a healthy consequence of that exercise. So, are you okay with the book on your head? I hope you still have it, the proof that I can speak and even turn the head. So, to turn the head, first it's the eyes that move, and then the look. Try it. First the eyes, and then you turn. This is the best way to stay balanced. Imagine it's the difference between a squirrel and a lion, okay? The squirrel is going to be like turning the head wherever he wants to go. But the lion, he's the king of the jungle, right? So first he looks at the prey and goes for it. So this is you right now, okay? Try to behave like this and stay tall and graceful like a swan. Even the swan, they go very smoothly one place to the other because they look somewhere and then they turn with the long neck. Okay. Now, I think it's been a couple of minutes already. So let's remove the book and tell me how you feel. Do you feel like you still have the book on your head and you still press against it? If you do, it means you did the exercise well. If you don't feel it, try again, okay? So yeah, that was a weird video maybe for you, but I hope you learned a couple of things. You will find the video about the posture I was talking about here. I put it here. If you like my content, please do subscribe. It's always nice to get new followers. And a thumb up is nice, a comment. Sharing with your friends also helps a great deal. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you soon.